Another thing, speaking of Hollywood, that I'm watching very closely is the writers and actors strike. The actors actually joined the writers who had already been striking for some time last month. There are supposed to be negotiation talks happening today, actually, when this episode drops. So we'll see what happens with that. But the reason I'm paying attention to it is really twofold. The first is Hollywood actors, writers, people who work in Hollywood are kind of the original gig workers. What a lot of people maybe don't necessarily think about or realize, we always think about obviously these celebrities as being hugely wealthy and not really having to worry about money. But the fact is, the majority of workers in Hollywood are gig workers, just like you and I, just like a normal freelancer who, hey, I got paid, maybe $20,000 to work on this random film, and I might not get another job for another couple of months. And that's true for actors as well. The majority of actors, the majority of people in Hollywood are not huge wealthy people. And so I think it's really interesting to look at from a freelance perspective to see what is going to happen. The other reason is because when it comes to the influencer marketing world, there is now a lot of overlap. When the idea of influencers or content creators first kind of came out, they were largely shunned by Hollywood. People were like, those silly little influencers. But nowadays we're seeing creators get their own shows, go on to sell the rights to their YouTube shows to turn into full-fledged productions, do hosting gigs and so on. And so I think there is a lot of overlap. There was a really interesting article by NBC about the guidance for influencers in particular. Not only are we seeing influencers, some of them join SAG and be represented by that union, but we're also seeing influencers work with some of these big Hollywood studios, production companies, etc., on advertising campaigns. We saw this with Barbie. So many of my creator friends got to go to the Barbie premiere. I'm not sure how many of them had paid deals, meaning they were required to post, but so many of them were invited. And so SAG has actually issued specific guidance for influencers regarding the strike, whether you are a part of the union or not. And the TLDR on it is, obviously you can do whatever you want. It's a free country. I personally am standing in solidarity with the writers and the actors because, one, I personally think it's the right thing to do. But number two, as a creator, I would potentially be risking any future potential for me to be represented by the union if that was something that I wanted to do, if I ever was on TV or in movies. By being a scab, as they call it, and crossing that picket line, you are risking not being able to join in the future. So very interesting that they added that kind of additional guidance. I recommend you check it out if you're a creator who wants to join SAG in the future or who tends to post about movies and things like that.